Hello and welcome back to my channel. To end Foundation February, my subscriber Christy had the greatest idea ever to go through all of my foundations. She actually suggested to rank them. I'm awful at that sort of thing, so we're just going to go through them. And some of these foundations I have had for a disgusting amount of time. So really, even though I'm like sentimentally attached to every single one of them because I'm stupid, we're going to throw some of them out. And if there's some that I think are like okay, quality-wise still, but I just don't want to keep, like, I will give those to one of my siblings probably, because unfortunately, at least where I am in Canada, there's nowhere that you can donate opened and used makeup. I've tried, and I'm sure someone would take it if I offered it. That's why I'm going to offer it to my sisters. But honestly, I feel like most of the foundations that we get rid of here are garbage, which is upsetting because I love all of them. I do. And I shouldn't. So anyway, thank you, Chrissy, for that suggestion, and also for, in turn, inspiring Foundation February, because when I made that post on my community tab, which I post on my community tab decently often these days, when I made that post, I had one Tuesday review left. So without that idea from you, I wouldn't have had any ideas what to do this month, so thank you. Anyway, let's get into these foundations. So, I'm overwhelmed. So, I guess I'll start farthest away from me. So, this is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Vanilla. It is sort of a weird shade on my skin, but I do like it. This foundation is not very old. I am keeping it. Let's hope that's not something I say 1,000 times. The Too Faced Born This Way Foundation. Does it look okay still? It looks really liquidy. Has it always been that way? How does it smell? It smells fine. I am going to keep this one as well. And then this foundation I had to keep, of course, the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation. If you don't know the origin story of this foundation, a year ago I did a Sephora order during their like April-ish Sephora sale. And I didn't buy this foundation, but it was in my order. And then I emailed Sephora and I was like, I didn't buy this, what do you want me to do? And they basically didn't give me an answer. So I've kept it. So I feel like even when this goes bad, I should clean out the bottle and keep it, just because this was my free gift from Sephora. I'm not doing a very good job. This is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. We reviewed this earlier this month, and I didn't really like it. My eldest sister might like it, though, so she can have it. I don't know that it would be good for Sam, because Sam is a little bit darker than me, but Emily might like that. I don't like the Sephora Best Skin Ever. We reviewed that a couple of weeks ago. I don't know that any of my sisters would like that, but it is still in fine condition, so I'll put that there in case they want it. So, the LA Girl White Foundation. Look at this. I bought this to review for you and then never reviewed it because it was on the back of my foundation shelf. And I didn't see it. But I've never even opened it. So I'm going to keep it and then maybe I will review it for you. Because some of these foundations are a little bit too dark for me. This one, however, the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation, this is not the original one that I reviewed. This is a newer one that I bought at like a sort of beauty sales store. And I bought the palest shade and it is too light for me. So I can't use it. But it is brand new. Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. We're keeping both the matte and the hydrating because I just have to. I'm going to keep the Morphe 2 foundation. I don't know that this Naked Skin foundation, like, first of all, this is not even the packaging that they have anymore. But, like, even just looking at it, it looks separated. Like, it doesn't really look... I mean, it does say shake before use. I feel like this is garbage. Like, I feel like it's not safe to use. So the garbage pile is going to be over there. The Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. This bottle, specifically, was the first high-end foundation I ever bought. And then I bought a second bottle of it, a backup one at Gem Beauty. And I hadn't even gone through this bottle yet. So eventually I realized that was stupid. And I donated the unopened bottle to a local women's shelter, which I thought was maybe the only nice thing I've ever done in my life. This is what I'm saying, like, I'm sentimentally attached to this because it was my first high-end foundation. But that's not a reason to keep it. I've had this for like 7 years. That's not even an exaggeration. I'll get rid of it. I'll be an adult. I'm going to get rid of the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream because I didn't like it, and I know it's my sister's favorite, so she can have that. I don't know what's going on with the Peach Perfect Foundation. Is Too Faced discontinuing it? Because it's been on sale for, like, months, but, like, it went back in stock Like, all the shades were sold out, and then I looked again, and it was still on sale, but all the shades were restocked. So I don't know, like, I'm gonna keep them, even though the shade Swan, I bought it because porcelain was too dark for me, so I have 2 shades. I don't need to own 2 shades. No one needs to own that, but I'm gonna keep them because I do like them, but that's just weird to me. I don't really get that. Hard Candy Glamouflage Foundation, I'm gonna be honest with you, I liked this foundation in that video, but I have so many other foundations that I like more that I just don't see a reason for me to keep it. The NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. I did like this. But I have the Morphe one now. And I think I like the consistency of the Morphe one more. So we're going to get rid of that one. We are narrowing this down. Okay. The Clinique Super Balanced Foundation. I love this foundation, but I've had it for way too long, and it looks like a solid in the bottle. So this is a garbage one. Now we're getting to, like, the end ones that I don't know what to do with. Like, the L'Oreal Infallible Proglow. I like this foundation. It looks so good on my skin. But I have had this bottle for a very long time. I don't even know that this bottle is still safe to use. Because I've had it for so long. But it's such a nice foundation. But I don't ever wear it, but it's a nice foundation. I'm having anxiety. Like, what do I do? I think it has to go in the garbage. I really don't want to throw it in the garbage, but I think that's where it has to go. We're definitely keeping the Bite foundation. I've only had that one like a year, and thanks to the pandemic, I haven't got to wear it. So, and I'm gonna keep, even though the packaging bugs me, I'm gonna keep both ordinary foundations. This is the serum, which is what I'm wearing today, and then this is the coverage foundation. And look at that! I have the serum foundation in 1.1N. And then the coverage foundation in 1.2N. And I felt like the coverage foundation was like way too dark for me, but it's only 0.81 darker. I think the serum foundation is the right shade for me. This is the one that I'm wearing. I think it matches. If you can hear wind chimes and all that, we're in the middle of some kind of windstorm. So that's what's going on over here. Alright. The final 4. It's frustrating to me because, like, okay, so we'll just put these aside for now. The Do You and the L'Oreal True Match Lumi are both great foundations, and they're very similar. I never wear either of them, and they're both a little too dark for me. But I really like them. Well, Lumi I should throw out, because I've had the Lumi for a very, very, very long time, too. Like, I don't even know. It's been at least 4 years that I've had this bottle of the Lumi, and there's, like, no way it's still good at that point, right? Especially because it's, I don't know, I used to wear it every day. And then I stopped. But I still, I'm going to put it in the garbage pile. I'm going to do it. I don't know what to do with the Do You. Should I just keep it just for good measure? It's a little dark on me, but that might be a good reason to use it with the white foundation. I don't know, this is the only one that I'm really torn, so we'll go with the Maybelline ones first, and then we'll come back to this. So the Maybelline Fit Me, this is the Hydrate and Smooth version in the shade 120. I have had this for 1,000 years. Oh my god, expiry date? June 2013! That's how long I've had this foundation. It says it expired, how many years ago was that, 8? I was actually thinking about not getting rid of this foundation because I use it whenever I do like monsters and stuff because it's so inexpensive. I can just kind of dump it everywhere. But I didn't realize it expired 8 years ago. And then this foundation I just bought at a little like makeup store thing that opened, and they were like selling wholesale stuff. And I have to be honest with you, I really do like this foundation, like the formula in here. But I'm gonna get rid of it for 2 reasons. One, I don't know that you can get this anymore. I haven't seen this in a store in a very long time. So because I don't know that you can get it anymore, I can't really review it for you. And second of all, it just doesn't fit in my foundation shelves because of the shape. You know? That's me being practical. But now, unfortunately, we're back to this. I feel like I've kept so many foundations that are so similar. Because so many of them are just like really dewy, and I didn't keep very many drugstore foundations either, yo. Like, pretty much my whole garbage pile is drugstore foundations, and my whole keep pile of expensive foundations. You know what? Because I'm so torn on this, I'm going to keep it. Because I can always throw it out at a later date. But I can't get it back at a later date, you know? So now let's go through what I've decided to keep. So we have the Ordinary Coverage Foundation and the Ordinary Serum Foundation. I'm wearing the Serum Foundation today because I hadn't worn it in a while. I just wanted to make sure that I still loved it. I do still love it. We're going to keep the Too Faced Do You. We're going to keep the Bite Changemaker. This is probably my favorite foundation I own. The only reason I don't wear it very often is because it is very expensive. But it's just so full coverage, but it just makes my skin look nice, and I love it. Morphe 2. We just reviewed that. I really like it. These two, my Fenty's, I'm kind of torn about, only because I have had them for a very long time, so I don't know that they're... Like, when did Fenty launch? I bought these, like, the same time that Fenty launched. Does it have an expiry date on it, like the other one did? It still looks fine. That is dark. Maybe could it have oxidized in the bottle? Or was I ever actually that dark? Is the camera even picking out how dark that is? And it smells weird. It smells like weirdly fragranced. I don't know that that's still good. It's so dark, and it smells. I think I have to get rid of that one. Even though I love my Fenty foundation. What about the... Ooh. Dewy one. So this one doesn't look like it's, I don't know, oxidized as much. It also smells, but the smell is still like a clean smell, so it could just be fragrance. I feel like this one is okay. And the matte one is not. This we're going to keep. And for this way we're going to keep, but it's like, oh well, it's like half empty. Or half full, depending on your outlook. We're going to keep both Peach Perfects, and we're going to keep e.l.f. Flawless Finish and Josie Maran Vibrancy. I really do like the Josie Maran Vibrancy one. It's just so dewy that it feels like I'm gonna go near something and it's gonna have foundation on it. You know what I mean? I feel like I have to wear a helmet when I wear it because it's gonna get foundation all over everything I interact with. Whereas something more like the Serum Foundation by The Ordinary, which is, over there. Nope, it's this one I like. Like that feels more to me like something that I can wear and it hydrates my skin, but I'm not... Like, I can bump into something and I'm not going to transfer to it, I actually did a pretty decent job paring it down from what we had originally, when you consider my bizarre emotional attachments to my makeup. I mean, I really wasn't sure I was going to be able to get rid of that Tarte one. But I did. I don't think I can pare this down any further. I don't think I have it in me. Can you see how much this foundation is oxidized on my hand? I think it's for the best that I'm getting rid of it. In the viewfinder, I can't tell. But usually when I'm editing, I can see the crazy color difference. So, I think it's probably for the best that I get rid of the matte one. I feel bad that I didn't keep very many drugstore foundations, but most of my drugstore foundations I've had longer than my high-end foundations. So they were like my Maybelline Fit Me, which is 8 years past its expiry date. Anyway, this is my remaining foundation collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm thinking I'm going to do the same thing with concealers, because when I was taking my foundations out, I noticed that I also have a stupid amount of concealers. So I think we're going to do that sometime soon as well with the concealers. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. You comment down below. You let me know what you thought of this video, or what you thought of any of these foundations, or some of the decisions I made. Did I get rid of some that you would have kept? Would you have kept some of the ones that I threw out or gave to my sister? Would you have got rid of some of these? I'm interested to hear your take on my remaining foundation collection versus what I had to begin with. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I guess I will see you next time. Bye!